when I got into high school. High school, my freshman year, that's when I started getting into like flipping sneakers. Jordans, Yeezys, all these other, I had like so many great connections with friends of mine. Buy, resell, flip them, make a profit, and just keep doing it and rolling it into like a better sneaker. So I collected and I did the same thing. I remember the first like badass watch I ever got myself was freshman year. It was an art class. I had just bought the bread ones. So they have the royal ones, the blue and black ones, and they have the bread ones, which are the red and black ones. And those sneakers, I mean, I didn't even have a job. I somehow figured out to scrap up something to the tune of 350 bucks. You know, sent him that money through PayPal, bought the sneakers. This was in like English. That's whenever I saw this kid wearing this, it was an MK watch, Michael Kors. The dial on that watch, I could spot it from the front door of the classroom all the way across to the other side. It was like this salmon sunburst dial that would just reflect light in so many different ways. And I was like, fuck, that's sexy.
Fuck, that's sexy.
And so I sat next to him. The next day, like, dude, I love your watch. The following day, I was like, you know, same thing, where'd you get it? I should buy it, how much did it cost? And then eventually, I was like, how much do you want for it? He gave me like, it was like $300 something. So to keep everything short, I ended up trading those bread ones I saved up to buy. I walked to his house. They had the watch in the box and everything. I walked in. I had some extra sneakers in my backpack so I could walk home and something. You know, I took them off, gave them to his brothers. They gave me the watch. And that was that. Every day I'd go to school. Not even kidding, I didn't even do my classwork because all I would do is just stare at that dial. I was so in love with it. My mom, she works from home. She got sick. I needed to help her out with, it was like rent or something like that. I ended up selling that watch to help her out. A couple of weeks passed by, you know, we were doing okay. I went on Google to search for that watch and I just couldn't find it no more. It was nowhere to be found. A unique piece, couldn't find it nowhere. And I had a brown leather band. It didn't have a bracelet. It had that salmon dial, that real nice dial, and it had a rose gold case. It wasn't real rose gold, but it looked pretty badass. I started doing construction, and then I managed to scrap up a couple grand, kind of like a side hustle, subcontracting jobs, and I bought my first motorcycle, 2001 Yamaha R6 fast bike. Then I remember I ran into Anthony. His whole talk about watches, it sparked this thing in me. Even though they were like high caliber watches, it just sparked something in me. And that passion for watches that I had when I was younger just ignited. I was like, I need a watch. So I went, did a couple more jobs, learned a little bit from him. Found a deal on Craigslist, no lies. It was a Tag Heuer, the Carrera Day-Date blue dial, stainless steel bracelet, caliber 5 movement. I think it was open case back, so you could see all the movement. I mean, that was my first like legitimate high-end watch, and from there it was over. And I ended up selling that to my ex-boss. And I remember meeting Marco and Anthony. This was like 2021. I got to actually slap a RM in a Rolex Submariner date with the ceramic bezel. Just feeling that weight and seeing how crazy watches are. You know what I mean if you're watching this and you love watches. Just that believing that you can accomplish to get something of that caliber, it's like this whole different feeling. And I think a year and a half went by and I started missing my watch again because I didn't have a watch. So I drove all the way up and down 75. I had like 2 or 3 grand to spend on a watch. I went everywhere. I mean, every single dealer, every single jeweler, everything that you can think of that involves fine watches and jewelry. Everyone just, no, we don't sell watches. Nope, nope. They didn't even want to help. It's like, it's real cutthroat at first. They don't know you, they don't trust you. Who the hell is this? I was just gonna let you in here and try shit on. You know, kind of not offended, but a little pissed because I'm looking for something. No one had it. And the first person that came in mind obviously was Anthony and Marco. Anthony moved to LA, you know, to make something happen quick. Cause I'm super impatient. I ended up calling Marco up. I was driving, I was at a red light. Yo, I need a watch. What you got for this price range? Bro, I got this badass chronograph. I got you. When I go pick it up, it didn't really sink in. Driving home wearing it, a little bit more heavier. It was like a 44mm ceramic bezel, black dial. It was super nice. Eventually I got bored of it. You're probably wondering, like, why do you keep touching your wrist? Why do you keep touching your watch? This is the next one I bought. This is gonna be the last. It's a blue dial Tudor Pelagos is what they call it. Reference number 25600TB. The whole bracelet, it's made out of titanium. Clasp is a double clasp holding, just like a Rolex. Clap it in, clicks, pull this one over, click. The clasp is stainless steel. The bezel and the dial are both ceramic, but they're in a matte finish. Is it that matte? It's crazy, it's flawless. The titanium definitely makes this watch super lightweight. When I put this thing on compared to that tag, I was hogging around everywhere. And I was like, thank God watches get lighter. It's funny, the more expensive they get, the lighter they get. But I'm in love with this thing. And so yeah, here we are.